Welcome back. 116 people have died on Mpumalanga roads this festive season. Officials say reckless driving and poor compliance with traffic laws are the main contributors. Mpumalanga Transport MEC Thulasizwe Thomo joins us for more. MEC, thank you so much for your time and for joining us this evening. Perhaps can you just provide us with an overview of the current road safety situation in your province this festive season, and maybe talk to us about those factors that are contributing to the high number of fatalities?
No, thank you very much, Katlego, and thanks for always having us here to clarify some of the points where you need clarity on. Well, firstly, I think to indicate that as a province, we are continuing with our intensification of law enforcement operation on our major corridors, working together, of course, with the different stakeholders, in particular the South African Police Service, Home Affairs, and other strategic stakeholders that we work with in ensuring that we cap the fatalities on our road. But of course, it's part of ensuring that we enforce laws so that our people can comply with. So these are operations that are still ongoing. Of course, the number that we have just indicated, which is 116, is really devastating. But we're trying by all means necessary to actually curb it. But there are different factors, as we have alluded to, that in our own views and the assessment that we have done as the province that are contributing. Mainly is drinking and driving, and of course, fatigue, speeding. You will know that there's been a lot of rain in the past few days and they still continue. So people, they keep on speeding, whereas the roads are slippery. So we still insist and rather emphasize or retaliate our point in saying our people must be cautious on our roads and ensure that they arrive alive, adhere to the speed limits that are regulated.
I mean, you speak about the different measures that you have put in place with regards to ensuring that these roads are much safer. How effective do you think that some of the initiatives that you have taken, such as impounding of those cars and issuing out of the fines, that you find contributes to maybe lessening some of the carnage on the roads?
Well, from where we are, I think these strategies are really effective. Because comparatively speaking, if you can look into the numbers that we had previously in the previous year, which is 2024, as compared to this one, there's been a slight reduction, which tells you that our strategies are now working. However, our own view as a department, together with that of the Department of Community Safety Security in the province, we strongly feel that we need to go back and also review our strategies as part of planning for the future. But we really must appreciate also the role that has been played by the National Department of Transport by ensuring that they lend us more manpower as part of capacitating us as the department or as the province. So I think so far we have registered successes, although the number is still alarming, and we still need to work on these strategies. Like I'm saying, we believe that we need to go back and probably look into recruiting more traffic officers as part of building internal capacity, and of course, try to intensify our public education program of road safety in the province.
You spoke earlier about drinking and driving and fatigue being some of the factors that have contributed to these numbers. Are there high-risk areas that you're particularly looking at?
I beg your pardon? I did not get the latter part.
Are there high-risk areas where you're seeing most of these accidents happening on?
They are mainly happening on the N roads, in particular the N4, N17, because you'll know these are highways and people feel that they can speed as they like. And these are some of the corridors that we think we need to intensify our law enforcement programs. And that is what we are actually doing. Deployment has been done in the N4, N17, N2, N11, and the other notorious internal roads, like the R roads that we think are notorious, like your R23, your R38. So we have done sufficient, and we strongly believe that this number is likely to remain in 116 and we are likely to reduce some of the accidents that we have seen. But we want to appeal, of course, with the conscience of drivers and public transport operators to really adhere to the rules of the roads.
And in your consultations with other agencies that are assisting you, especially when it comes to the accidents, do you know how the emergency services are coping with the increased demand, especially now during the festive season? And are there any challenges that they are met up with?
We haven't actually get any report of being strained from, in particular, Department of Health so far. But I can imagine with this number, they are probably strained. So that is why we are saying, let us try to collaborate and work together with the public and also with the stakeholders and the sister departments that we're working with. But we have not received any report showing that or indicating that they are strained so far. But this number, like I'm saying, Katlego, it is really a number that we do not want to see in our books, particularly in the near future.
And before I let you go, Emi, I mean, you touched on long-term strategies. How are maybe the plans in terms of fixing the infrastructure on some of these roads? How would that be integrated in seeing a lowering of the number of accidents that we are currently experiencing?
Well, Katlego, we continue as a province, of course, working with Sanral and the private sector, in particular, the mines that have come forward in assisting us to maintain our road infrastructure, because we have not actually had an accident from where I'm seated that has been caused by the deterioration of our roads. But of course, the roads in the province are not in a good condition. So we continue to work with those stakeholders, particular Sanral and the mining sector, to assist us. So this, we believe, is going to assist us moving forward, and it will actually assist to reduce the road fatalities and any incident that may occur.